everyone on behalf of St. Joseph's Indian Institutions and Center for Social Concern. We are here to show our solidarity with Father Stan Swami, who was arrested on 8th of October by NIA, National Investigation Agency. They are accusing him for supporting Maoist activities, and also he was arrested for Bhima Koregaon incident which took place a few years ago. And today we are here because he is unjustly condemned and also arrested, and in solidarity with him to fight for justice, fight for human rights, fight for constitutional rights. We are here as an institution to show our solidarity, and I extend a warm welcome to you all. A special welcome to Father SJII Rodriguez, Rector, who has been a guiding force for all our activities in our campus. And when I mentioned him today in the morning, he was very much encouraging to have this kind of protest here, a symbolic protest, because we cannot be able to go out and protest without the permission. We are gathered here to show our solidarity with Father Stan and all the human rights activists who are arrested. Secondly, we have Father Cyril Meneges, the principal of St. Joseph's Indian High School and the director of St. Joseph's Indian Composite PU College. I extend a warm welcome to Father Cyril.
I met him personally in Ranchi, and I had gone there for a meeting. At that time he was raided and his personal belongings were taken, and that time, since I was there, I went and met him for some time. And there is a institution which was started by Ranchi Jesuits called Bagicha, and he has started one movement called Pattal Gadi to protect the land of the tribals and to protect the rights of the tribals. And from the central office of the Jesuits, we have been given this call to pray for him and to extend our solidarity in different creative ways, even in the given context, the present situation, and whatever way it is possible. This is a small way which we can show our solidarity, being a Jesuit institution, and you are as our partners and collaborators. Not only this, also I request you to pray, and through the prayer we shall support each other and pray for the good health and the release of Father Stan. Thank you.
Each one of you holding a placard must be convinced for what you are standing. And I am sure all of us, we have gathered in such large numbers. Our silence is our strength, our numbers is our strength, and with this I am sure, along with our prayers, we protest, the action that is being taken. We would like Father Stan be released at the earliest, considering his age, and also, all whatever his statements have been given, okay, we give due weightage, the NIA gives due weightage, the government takes action, the leaders, political leaders also, I hope they also review what has been happening, and I hope that the decision would be for his release.
St. Joseph's Indian Institutions, in association with Center for Social Concern, Bangalore, expresses deep anguish and sorrow on the illegal arrest of Father Stan Swami SJ, who was arrested on 9th of October by the National Investigation Agency, falsely accusing him in relation to Bhima Koregaon incident. Father Stan Swami, a Jesuit who is 83 years old, has always stood and supported the life, dignity and the self-respect of the Adivasi community. Father Stan has defended the injustice done to the traditional forest dwellers and the Adivasis so that they can have their land and develop themselves economically. With his arrest, we see the constitutional rights of our country are at stake. Person who stood for the human rights, the rights of the marginalized, is unjustly accused and arrested. I stand in solidarity with Father Stan.
We stand with Stan and others because the voice of the voiceless is suppressed. We stand with Stan and others because the voice of dissent is crushed. We stand with Stan and others because we stand for freedom. We stand for justice. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake.
I am surprised to hear Father Stan's arrest because he is the aged one, 83 years old, and the accusation is he is supporting financial support to the Maoists. At this age, how can he do? That is my question. Can I leave a old man to that extent to support? And we know Father Stan is not the ordinary person as such. He is the person who was with the poor, with the Dalits, who was working for them throughout day and night, and not only 1 year, many years. And naturally, it has offended the landlords, those who want to grab the land. Those are the people they were opposing and wanted some reason to put him under arrest. Now today they have achieved. Injustice has prevailed today in the case of Father Stan. That is I oppose. We want justice so that he can live a peaceful life at this stage.
Stand up for what is right, even if you have to stand alone. This quote holds good for the person who stands firm for justice beyond stumbling blocks. Father Stan Swami SJII, an 83-year-old Jesuit priest who always stands for the right of the Adivasis. As far as I know, he always wanted the tribals to own their land. He has not gone against any law, and I feel his arrest is unwarranted. I wish and I pray and I request the honorable authorities to release him and others who has been falsely accused.
Father Stan Swami is a man of God and man of people. That is the reason why he fought for the Adivasis, fighting for the rights of the people. Every person who has come into this world has a right to live in his place and give his best to his place and to his country and to his nation. And here we are, a person who dedicated his entire life for the goodness, for the welfare of the humanity. And here we have a government which is putting that person who worked for the welfare of the people into a jail with unnecessary wrong allegations. I will request the government of India to release Father Stan Swami and give him the justice. A person who is 83 years old does not deserve to live in a jail, but live in freedom, live the seniors of his life in happiness and joy.
Father Stan Swami is a tribal activist. He has been working in the state of Jharkhand for the last 3 decades. He has been fighting for the rights of the weaker sections of the society. Father Stan was specially working for the rights of the tribals, for their land rights. He is a great social activist. It's sad to know that he has been arrested on very flimsy charges. I stand with Father Stan Swami and I urge the government to release Father Stan at the earliest.
ಜೆಸ್ವಿಟ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಇಂತಹ ಜನಾಂಗೀಯ ಉದ್ಧಾರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹೋರಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ಸಂತೋಷ ತರುವ ವಿಷಯ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಬಂಧಿಸಿರುವುದು ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ದುಃಖ ತರುವಂತಹ ವಿಷಯ. ಇವರನ್ನು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಮ್ರಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೇನೆ.
I stand by Father Stan because I stand by justice. Father Stan fought for the tribal people in order to get their rights of land. He has fought to educate them for the sake of their rights. Now, how can he be connected with the Bhima Koregaon case? He cannot. This is nothing but the murder of democracy. The government should immediately release Father Stan. That is our desire. How can anyone believe that a fragile old priest who is born with such strong Christian values can go against the nation? He was the voice of the voiceless, the voice of the Adivasis of Jharkhand. How can the NIA link him with the antisocial criminal works? I strongly condemn that. Father Stan, we are there for you. God is there. Don't lose heart. God bless you.
I believe India is still a democratic country. If justice prevails, we demand the release of Father Stan immediately. This release would send a strong message to all the youngsters and the citizens of our country that justice still prevails.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. It is malicious, spiteful, and inhumane to arrest Father Stan by the NIA.
ಬಗೀಚಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿ ಆದಿವಾಸಿಗಳ ಸರ್ವತೋಮುಖ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗೆ ಅವಿರತವಾಗಿ ಶ್ರಮಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ರೆವರೆಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಲಾರ್ಸ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಯವರನ್ನು ಭೀಮಾ ಕೊರೆಗಾಂವ್ ಪ್ರಕರಣದಲ್ಲಿ NIA ಬಂಧಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಸಮಾಜಮುಖಿ ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಪರಿಗಣಿಸಿ 83 ವರ್ಷದ ವಯೋವೃದ್ಧರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತರನ್ನು ಮಾನವ ಹಕ್ಕುಗಳ ಸಾಂವಿಧಾನಿಕ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ.
Father Stan, who has been serving the poor, the underprivileged and downtrodden, is an embodiment of peace and strength. In Father Stan's case, we can see that justice is denied because the justice which he deserves is getting delayed. It reflects lack of prudence on the part of the government machinery in introducing and getting the justice for him. Here we can see more laws and less justice. Let's expect that a prudence from the government machinery to have justice to Father Stan without any further delay. We express our wholehearted support and solidarity to get him out of this chaos.
Justice delayed is justice denied. As a social work professional, I stand in solidarity with Father Stan, who is advocating the rights of the tribals in the Jharkhand zone. The Adivasi communities are the downtrodden communities who are excluded from the society. I stand in solidarity with Father Stan, earnestly pledging his release and requesting the NIA to release Father Stan, considering his age and the work he has done for the upliftment of the tribals.
I plead for justice for Father Stan, who has been falsely accused for his involvement in the Bhima Koregaon arrest which has taken place in 2018. I request the government and the leaders to release Father Stan immediately. I stand for justice and I stand for solidarity with Father Stan.
It's unfortunate that the tribal rights activist who protected the life and dignity of the tribal community and a Jesuit priest, Father Stan Swami, has been arrested. I strongly condemn and express deep concern over the arrest and demand immediate release of Father Stan Swami.
The democratic rights of Father Stan needs to be restored. We want Father Stan to be released immediately.
Father Stan was fighting for the constitutional rights of the voiceless. His arrest is injustice. Release Father Stan.
Today our voices are muted. Tomorrow it can be yours.
Justice delayed is justice denied.
Stop harassing and incarcerating human rights activists.
Give voice for the man who gave voice for the voiceless.
Dissent is a democratic right.
Injustice anywhere is a threat
to justice everywhere.
Father Stan gave wings for many to fly with courage. We cannot let those wings to be taken away. Dear friends, let us not take this for granted. I do not take this for granted. Father Stan, we stand by you.
An injury to one is injury to all.
I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that His justice cannot sleep forever.
Let us stand with the man who fought with the tribals. We stand with Father Stan. What about you?